Hello student. Today we learn next part of lesson number first, natural resources, air, water and land. See open your page number 5 of textbook and in that land. Here some questions ask. Can you tell? First question, what is land made of? And answer, land is made up of soil, rocks, stones, etc. Then what do you see on land? We see on land mountains, valleys, rivers, oceans, as well as buildings, other constructions, bridges, roads, etc. Okay. What has man created on land? Man has created different types of shelters, buildings, roads for transport and agricultural farms on lands. Then next question, if a deep pit is dug in the ground, what do you find there? We see different layers of soil. If a deep pit is dug in the ground, is land flat everywhere? No, land is uneven. At some places there are mountains and hills, while at some places there are valleys. Does man produce soil, land? Man can artificially produce land by reclamation. Okay, this is the some questions and we find also answers of that. Now, land. Land, it is natural resource. See, land is seen in the form of stones, soil, big rocks. It is not flat everywhere. It is hilly in some places and flat in others. All terrestrial animals, including man, live on land. Some terrestrials dig burrows in the ground for shelter. This means that they use land for fulfilling their need. We also use land for farming and for building houses and roads. We make use of plants and animals in the forests that grow on land. The minerals, crude oil, and natural gas obtained from earth means land, are very important for us. It means that land is an important resource. Let us see exactly what land is made of. See next page. Here given layers of the mixture in the bottle. See here in the below big stones, above that small stone, above that sand, above that soil and above that dry leaves. In that, this is activity for us. What they said, first one, take a transparent plastic bottle, a handful of soil, some stones, sand, some dry leaves and water. And second, cut off the upper tapering part of bottle, put the rest of the materials in the lower part and add water, and then stir the mixture thoroughly and put it aside. Observe it the next day and answer. What they said, take a transparent plastic bottle and in that add some stones, sand, some dry leaves and water, and then stir them and put it aside, and after one day you observe and answer the questions. How does the mixture in the bottle look now? Now mixture is became steady and we see as like this. which is shown in picture. And do you see layers in it? Yes. What is seen in different layers from top to bottom? See layers. Dry leaves are upper side because they are light. Then below that soil. Then below that sand. Then below that small stones. And at the below side big stones. Okay, the land on the earth also looks like this, and land also on the earth looks like this way. If a pipeline is being laid in your neighborhood, observe carefully the pits dug for this purpose. You will see some layers under the land surface as shown in the accompanying picture or figure. As this way you can see layers of the mixture on of land on the earth. If the land has mature soil, the topmost layer is formed by the decomposition of the remains of plants and animals. This layer is called a humus. See here layers of land also given in detail, and topmost layer is called humus. It is usually found in dense forests, and it is usually found in dense forests. The land below this is full of sand, soil, small stones, worms, and insects. Soil and pieces of bedrock are found below this layer of land. This soil is immature. Further below this layer, the proportion of soil decreases and that of rock increases. This is the layer of bedrock, and the main minerals in the soil are derived from these rocks. That is why soil in different regions is different. The color and the texture of soil are both determined by the bedrocks. See layers of land, first humus, then soil, then immature soil, then layers of soil and small rocks, and below that bedrocks. These are the layers of land on the earth. The processes of soil formation. Now we see how soil formed. The soil on the land is formed by a natural process. The abiotic components of soil are supplied through the weathering of bedrock due to the heat, cold and water of sun and wind and the rain respectively. The bedrock breaks down into pieces. Stones and sand and soil are formed from these pieces. Then microbes, worms and insects are found among them. Rodents like mice and rats are found here. The roots of trees growing on the land also help weathering of rocks. The process of soil formation is slow and continuous. It takes about 8,000 years for a 2.5 centimeter cm thick layer of mature soil to form. See, 2.5 centimeter thick layer of mature soil to form take 1,000 years. Then on the next page, see, soil can get destroyed in a short period due to floods, storms and human activities such as mining. That is why it is necessary to conserve soil and to prevent erosion of land. The best remedy for this is to increase green cover of land, and we know to make mature soil require thousands of years, and that's why we also take care of land also or soil, and it is destroyed in a short period due to the floods, storms and human activities such as mining. The best remedy for this is to increase the green cover of the land. So plants large number of planting do. Erosion of land is reduced if grass, trees and bushes are grown in it. And erosion of land is reduced when if grass, trees and bushes are grown in it. Now try this. Obtain specimens of soil from various places in your surroundings such as your own yard, a garden, hills, river banks, fields and rocky grounds. Note the differences in the specimens with respect to color, feel, texture and the size of the particle. Do you know humus is a layer formed on soil due to the decomposition of dead plants and animals by microbes. Humus supplies nutrients to soil. Humus is also important for aerating the soil and for holding water in the soil. The proportion of humus in the upper layer of good fertile soil is about 33% to 50%. What is the proportion of humus in the upper layer of good fertile? Is 33 to 50%. Now here is one question. Use your brain. What are the constituents of soil and classify them as biotic and abiotic constituents. See, use your brain and tell the answer and classify them into biotic and abiotic constituents. Yes, answer of this, the particles of soil, land, sand, rocks and stones etc. are the abiotic constituents of the soil. And the biotic constituents are microbes, bacteria, unicellular protozoans, fungi, algae, small insects like ants and worms. These are the biotic components. Now here given, forests on the land got burned underground due to the great upheavals that took place on the earth many ages ago. After that process of formation of fossil fuels from the remains of living things took place underground, we get fuels like petrol, diesel, kerosene, paraffin, and other useful materials like tar and wax from the fossil fuel called crude oil. How we get crude oil? And that is the question and answer of this one. Forest on the land got burned underground due to the great upheavals that took place on the earth many ages ago. And after that process of formation of fossil fuels from the remains of the living things took place underground, and we get fuels like petrol, diesel, kerosene, paraffin and other useful materials like tar and wax from the fossil fuel and called crude oil. Then living things use land, water and air available on earth, and so does man. Yes, however, the portions of these resources that are actually put to use very small as compared to the whole earth. Look at the following table. Land is 29%, potable water, that is fresh water, is 0.3%, and oxygen 21%. Even in these small proportions, the resources shown in the above table are sufficient for all living things. Only it is very necessary for man to control his greed. In other words, he must use these resources justly with the awareness that they are meant for all other living things and not just for mankind. And today we have seen the third natural resources, that is land. So we will stop here, and in the next video we will summarize all this lesson. Okay, bye bye.